Shalom, shalom. Time for another video update. I guess I haven't done one of these in a while, and a lot has happened, and who knows if I remember any of it. I didn't make a little note card of what I'm going to talk about like I usually do, so hopefully I'll remember something interesting that's happened. It's Sunday night / Monday morning. Ooh, it's late. I didn't realize how late it was. It's like 2. I gotta go to bed. So I have class at 8:30 in the morning, which is annoying because I have to wake up at like 7:30 in the morning, which is why I have to go to bed. Anyway, Hebrew's been going really well. Recently, 2 different people made comments from my class about how good my Hebrew is. One of them was like, "You're like the best in the class," which is not true because the girl who sits next to me is the best in the class. But a couple people were telling me that my Hebrew is really good, which is surprising to me because I didn't necessarily think it was really good. I just talk a lot in Hebrew, which not everyone in the class does. It's not necessarily good Hebrew. It's good enough to be understood. I'm, for the most part, I think, speaking gibberish. It's, like you're talking to a kindergartner. So, I'm messing up tenses, I'm messing up adjective, noun agreements, that whole thing. Sometimes I'm probably not even conjugating verbs correctly. Anyway, but I'm speaking well enough to be understood, which I guess is a good thing for 4 or 5 weeks of Hebrew, and then being able to be understood in the country. I did notice last week or so my humor in class switched from English to Hebrew. I was like, I make jokes in class, and I try and be funny and whatever. I realized that I was doing them in Hebrew now as opposed to English, and a lot of it is like really basic humor, like it's just kind of tone of voice and sarcasm and inflection, but I'm doing it in Hebrew, so that was good news. It's possible that my Hebrew is better than I think it is. I had this experience in high school. I took 4 years of Spanish, I guess, and at the end I didn't think my Spanish was very good, and then we had these, these AP tests. It was something like that I took, and then I did well on it. Better than I thought I would have or should have. So it's quite possible, yes, that my Hebrew is better than I realize. And I've got a whole year to study, and I don't really know the kind of process of learning that occurs outside of a classroom. Like I'm talking to someone in a taxi or in the shuk in the market and those sorts of things, and they use words I don't understand, and over time I just kind of learn the words, and I learn past tense. I don't think that's what happens. I'm assuming I'll have to find books and study on my own. We think that the textbook we have from Hebrew U is particularly not suited well for individual study. It seems to present material in a way that you need someone with the English to be explaining it to you. We're not so happy with it's great, the teachers are amazing. It's great the way it's working as a whole, the process itself. We're just looking at the textbook individually. It's unclear someone learning Hebrew would be able to use that. So I might need to get another book. Anyway, enough Hebrew, blah, 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 blah. That's not so important. I'm here to learn Hebrew, whatever. It's not what you're interested in, those people who are watching. If anyone, whoever's watching this. So, anyway, in 4 days we have our final, and then I'm moving out, and I'm probably going to go stay with my friend Marissa, who I'm actually going to be living with next year when we do yeshiva together. In case anyone wasn't aware, yeshiva boy, Andy. Sorry, I'm trying to stay hydrated. It's the desert, it's summer in the desert. So we fill our water bottles and put them in the freezer, and then we get them out and drink them. It's not as bad as I kind of remembered it was from Birthright. I thought it would be. Mostly I think because we spend a lot of time inside. Wake up, we walk to class, we spend 4 or 5 hours inside, we walk home, we take a nap. I take a nap every day. Today, completely unintentionally, 5-hour nap. I was planning for an hour, and then I kind of woke up when my alarm went off, and I went back to sleep, and then I kind of woke up a couple more times, and all of a sudden it's 9:30, and I'm like, oh, I'm still in bed. I need to get out of bed. So when yeshiva starts and I have to wake up at God knows when to be there at 8 in the morning, and it's 8 hours, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I didn't really know what I was getting into. I didn't really have a clear picture of 8 hours of Torah a day. We'll see how that goes. I still haven't fully adjusted to Sorry, I have to lean forward sometimes and check the time on the video. I still haven't fully adjusted to this Friday-Saturday weekend. It seems like most schools and businesses as well, like they're closed all day on Friday as opposed to America, where Jewish institutions largely, I think, close early on Friday. You got like a half day on Friday. Everyone needs to be home in time for Shabbos. Anyway, here it's like no one does anything on Friday except prepare for Shabbat. So it's great for traveling because you can leave Thursday after class and then kind of maybe ditch class on Sunday. Not that I do that. I think I only missed one class the entire time. I just slept through it one time. I just couldn't do it. Anyway, so I treat Sunday as a weekend. Like today, I was trying to do a weekend, but I had to go to class at, 10:30 in the morning. We have a late class on Sunday. Apparently it's so all the Christians can go to church. They have late class on Sunday. Like all the Mormons who are studying Hebrew and all the other Northern European Christians in our little UN class. So they can go to church, which I thought was kind of fun. But this weekend I did the normal Shabbat dinner, Friday night. There's a little outreach center near where I live that, in exchange for providing lots of free meals, I guess is hoping we'll all become Orthodox Jews. It's not so effective with me, but I love a nice Shabbat spread, and I love gefilte fish, and they have a lot of gefilte fish, and a lot of delicious food, so we do that most Fridays. And then I went to a potluck on Saturday, and I told them I was going to bring like some cheese platter or whatever, and like bread and olives or something, but I forgot to buy it until Saturday, and I woke up Saturday morning and I was like, oh, it's Israel, everything's closed. I used to run into this problem in St. Louis where I would have an event on Saturday or Sunday when I was working at Hillel, and everything would have to be hechshered, everything would have to be kosher that we served, and so I would have to get up before Saturday or before Sunday because the places were closed. The one place, there's only one in St. Louis, was closed. And I would sometimes forget that, but it's I was in a mindset of in a community and a living situation where I wasn't a kosher life, it wasn't a Shomer Shabbat life, it wasn't a Jewish life. And that notion that things would close on Saturday would slip my mind. As opposed to Israel where that's the entire country and I'm still forgetting. And so I forgot to buy the stuff until Saturday, and everything was closed, of course, because it's Jerusalem. I really prefer to call it Jerusalem and not Yerushalayim. I haven't got into that, all that Y. They don't have J in Hebrew, so, in Jerusalem, everything's closed, and so I made impromptu egg salad. I put a little cheese in. I did some egg salad. It's good. It's delicious. Everyone ate it. It's also a good sign at a potluck when your food is gone, especially when not everything is finished. Especially the big bowl of hummus that we left out that a cat came over and started eating. It was the cutest little kitty cat, but it stuck its head in the hummus bowl. And it was well, I guess we won't be eating that anymore. Should probably be more careful about drinking when I'm in the middle of a video. Because I was going to say, I can't edit this. I can edit it. I could. Know how to edit video. Just not going to. No offense. I love that you're watching, but I'm not going to splice together some video. Take out a little coughing spell. What was I talking about? Potluck was a lot of fun on Saturday. Next weekend, because class will be over, class will be all done, I assume we're going to want to do a little celebrating, if you know what I mean. Probably starting Thursday night after the final and running through whenever the people who are just doing the Old Pond leave town, so I'm probably going to do a little traveling as well. I haven't been to Tel Aviv since I got here. I haven't been to Masada, I haven't been to the Dead Sea, haven't been up north. I haven't done any of those things. A lot of my friends were making those trips, and I didn't feel the need to because I'm going to be here all year, but I can start getting some of that under my belt. And, looks like time's up. I guess I have more to share. Maybe we'll do another one of these tomorrow. A lot happens. It's just hard for me to get to wireless and to internet, and so the internet I have is slow, and it takes forever to upload these videos, or I'll be making more of these. When I move, I'll probably have better internet. I'll update more frequently. So for now, alright, I'll see you later.